In a nation of 330 million people, Americans have never been more connected. We can reach anyone instantly, broadcast our lives to thousands of followers, and stay plugged in every moment of the day. And yet, despite all this connectivity, we have never felt more alone. Behind glowing screens and endless scrolling, are empty eyes searching for something real. In 2023, the U.S. Surgeon General officially declared loneliness a public health epidemic, not just an emotion, but a crisis with deadly consequences. Nearly 58% of Americans report feeling lonely, and chronic loneliness increases the risk of early death by 26%, an impact comparable to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. This epidemic doesn't discriminate. The lonely are not just outsiders or the unemployed. They are accountants, teachers, parents, professionals, and students. They have jobs, homes, families, and curated social media profiles that look perfect. But behind closed doors, many quietly wonder if anyone truly knows them. You can have 2,000 followers and still have no one to call at 2 in the morning. You can work with 50 people every day and still have no real friends. This is modern America. Crowded yet disconnected, loud yet emotionally silent. So how did we get here? Over the past 50 years, America slowly dismantled the infrastructure of human connection. Bowling leagues, church socials, neighborhood gatherings, and community spaces declined by more than half. We built suburbs designed for cars instead of people, homes without front porches, streets without sidewalks, and destinations too far to walk to. People now move from isolated homes to isolated workplaces and back again, rarely encountering their neighbors. At the same time, work consumed more of our lives. Americans work longer hours than nearly any other developed nation. Between exhausting jobs, long commutes, and the pressure to survive, there is little time or energy left for community. Then came the smartphone. By 2012, smartphones became universal, and by 2015, loneliness among young people spiked dramatically. As digital connection increased, emotional connection declined. Social media promised connection but delivered performance. It encouraged comparison, validation seeking, and endless scrolling rather than genuine relationships. People now sit together while being mentally elsewhere, physically present but emotionally absent, more connected to their phones than to each other. The cost of loneliness is not just emotional, it is deeply physical. Loneliness increases the risk of heart disease by 29%, stroke by 32%, and dementia by 50%. Suicide rates have risen 35% since 1999, and depression and anxiety are now widespread, especially among young people. Generation Z is the loneliest generation in history, despite having the most technology for connection. When genuine human connection is missing, people seek substitutes. Opioids, alcohol, endless scrolling, and digital addictions thrive in isolation. Loneliness is also tearing apart society itself. When people do not personally know those who are different from them, it becomes easier to dehumanize others, fueling political division and social breakdown. But this story does not end in despair. Across America, people are quietly fighting back. In Portland, a space called the living room brings people together with no agenda other than connection. In Detroit, neighbors gather on porches every evening. In Miami, a small weekly potluck grew from 12 people into a community of 300. These are not government programs or corporate initiatives. They are grassroots efforts led by people who are simply tired of being alone. Men's groups where vulnerability is welcomed, women's circles, book clubs, walking groups, and neighborhood gatherings may sound simple, but in a society structured for isolation, they are revolutionary. Real change doesn't require fixing the entire country. It starts small. Invite your neighbor for coffee. Put your phone away at dinner. Start a walking group. Say hello to strangers. Be the person who organizes the potluck. The loneliness epidemic feels overwhelming when you realize more than half of the country is affected. But it was created one choice at a time, and it can be healed the same way. Every lonely person is surrounded by other lonely people, all waiting for someone else to make the first move. Someone has to go first. The cure for loneliness is not complicated. It isn't an app, a policy, or a product. It's each other.